Hi family, and welcome to the Healing Seat with Pusisiwe Mohapi. Excuse me. Um, yeah, welcome back. Like I said, I'm not feeling well. I told you yesterday, and these are the results, unfortunately. So we are here, and we are going to water the hard parts of our stories so that something soft can grow. Until you are willing to go back and check where the mess or where it hurts most, you will never be able to heal. So I just want to talk about what we spoke about yesterday and get into today's topic. So yesterday we spoke about the pregnancy, and I said to you I will get into details about the pregnancy. So now, before I start, I'm a bit under the weather, as you can see. Please forgive my voice today. Also, a huge thank you for everyone who's supporting the channel, guys. I think we are now on 82 subscribers. Thank you for sharing with your family and friends. Thank you so much for doing that, for going the extra mile. We are growing. And you can use the super thanks button. I will check if it works. Yeah, but let me not talk about it a lot right now because I'm not sure if that super thanks button is available. So let us get into it. So today we are talking about the child that was supposed to fix everything. I told you that I thought the pregnancy and that child was going to fix everything that was wrong that was happening. So there was a time where I really thought, this child will glue everyone together. I was pregnant, I was married, and but I was not the only one in this man's life. I was hoping this child would stop the cheating, the chaos, and make him finally choose us. Choose me, choose the kids and this family that we had. So when the stress became too much, um, he would tell me that when you are a girl from the city and you don't understand the type of person you are married to, you are married to a Zulu man who is from Eshowe, and because you grew up in the township, you do not know how to behave. So he would use even culture as an excuse for his abuse, and I really did believe him. Good, maybe the reason why we don't understand each other is because I grew up in the township, and he says he grew up in the village. So he said to me, you just need someone who's going to mentor you, someone who will teach you the Zulu culture and how you treat a Zulu man. Hey, I took that serious because my son's school was not very far from a Faraday taxi rank. For those who know where Faraday is, they would know. So whenever I passed there, I thought, man, this is the correct place of finding a Zulu woman, because a lot of them I hear they're selling that Zulu regalia and all of those things. And I just prayed about it. I said, today, Lord, we are going to look for a mother, because I can't tell my biological mother. Whenever I tell his mother, my mother-in-law, nothing happens afterwards. So it's better if I find someone who is not related to me or related to him. So the person will be neutral. And if I tell that person whatever I need to tell them, they won't take sides. They will just mentor me. And, that's what I thought I needed to. So I went to Faraday, guys. I went there. I went to look for a mom. And when I got there, I stood. I was teary. I wanted to cry. I couldn't believe that I was there looking for this, but I needed it with all my heart. So I went there. I started looking at those women who were passing by. I went around and asked Jay silly questions. And I could see these other ones, they're busy, they don't have time for that. So before I gave up and went home, I just went around for the last time. And when I got to this other particular shop, I stood outside and I started watching people going in and out. Excuse me. So as I was waiting there was this particular woman that went inside, and I think she was buying airtime. Then she came back. I instantly fell in love with her. She was wearing her apron. You know, when they work, they wear those aprons, so that they won't be dirty. And she was just lovable. I loved the way that she looked, and she was talkative. You could see that she was an extrovert. And I said, Mama, may I please talk to you? And she said, okay, my baby, what's wrong? I started crying. Immediately, I cried my balls out. I cried and she just gave me a hug. And, she let me cry a little bit. And she said to me, look, come, let's go and get a place, a comfortable place, and you can tell me all about it. And I just knew I had met the right woman. And we went to her stand where she's selling her herbs and all of that. And when I got there, I had this judgmental thing. I won't lie. And I started questioning God. How can you send me to this place? I'm looking for someone who's going to mentor me, and you send me to this place. Can't you have met the right woman? A woman of God. And immediately, when I sat down and I introduced myself, she took out her Bible and she just said to me, the only person we believe in is God. And I don't know what the whole story is, but I'm here to mentor you. I'm here to listen as a mother, and I will help you and guide you according to culture, because I'm a Zulu woman, and at the end of the day, we'll get this right. So we did the introduction, and I was happy I found a mother, and I left. So when I got home, a little bit of my stress had gone down, because I was like, he's been saying I need someone who's going to mentor me. So finally, I found someone. And the other thing that was cultural that he requested me to do was to kneel whenever I gave him food. I didn't have a problem with this. I believe if someone treats you like a queen, why not treat them like a king? But the problem is, I was doing all this for someone who was not only abusing me, but who was using culture to mess up my mind. So I remember my dad seeing me for the first time, giving him, I think it was juice or cold drink, because my parents had come to my place to see where I lived. And I knelt, and my dad was like, his eyes, you could read the eyes, ukuthi he's shocked. Ukuthi, Aibo, my daughter is kneeling for this guy, but he didn't say anything. So that was my home. Whenever I gave him food, I would kneel. He would just come up with these stories, and he's just, I don't know, what can I say. He was just channeling me bit by bit to becoming what he wanted me to be. So now I was kneeling. I had this mom that I found in Faraday, a Zulu speaking mom who knows the culture. So whenever there were problems, I would call her. Remember, I had found out that I was pregnant, and Lisa went to China. So when he got there, he was not talking to me. I had to beg for attention. With a husband who knows that they left a pregnant wife, the most common thing to do is to call, to find out how the baby is, how your wife is, just to ask, baby, are you okay? Do you have cravings? Do you need money? None of that. I got none of that. Instead, I'd be the one like a nagging girlfriend. Why are you not calling me? And what are those questions? And remember, Pella, when he went to China, when I asked Uguti, what can I pack for him? He told me Ulirato will do the packing. So I don't know whether Ulirato also went to China with him or Ulirato was left behind. I don't know. But I even asked him, I said, so Ulirato is going to pack your underwears too. Sometimes I would fight back and stand up for myself. But most times I was just too weak. And, the narcissist and their power, he would overcome me in most cases. So, yeah, I told Mama, the new mom that I found in Faraday, I said, Mama, I contacted this guy and I asked him, Uguti, how was the flight and how is he? And he just said to me, Mina, I don't understand the time differences. Mina, really? Really? Who doesn't know Uguti, times are different? But one thing I know, even if time can be different in a different country or continent, you make time to talk to people that you love. I would have stayed late at night just to get his call to talk to him. And in WhatsApp, he had prepared everything so we could communicate using WhatsApp. So it was just a silly excuse. It was just him telling me, I don't care what you do. Hey, I could feel that something is happening inside my womb. It was uncomfortable. I felt sick because remember, I'm a stressed pregnant woman. I am really, really stressed. I'm under pressure. There are a lot of things that are happening. So when he said that to me, I felt like that nagging girlfriend, the one that is begging for attention from their boyfriend or husband. That's how I felt. And that's why last time I said to you yesterday, you can't be married to someone who hates you. And that was the case for me. That man hated me and I didn't have to do anything. I was just a rebound. And I guess, yeah, he just despised me. So again, and I think he just tolerated me just in G. So he came back from China again, and things went back to almost normal, the normal that has abuse in it. And I remember one day I was about 11, 12 weeks. So it had been for 3 months into my pregnancy. And I went to Albertson and I just wanted to go and use the bathroom. So when I got there, I could see traces of blood on my underwear, and I just knew that something is wrong. I was still hopeful. I didn't think I was losing a child. I just thought, yeah, maybe something is wrong. I should go and check it out. So when I came out, I told the woman that was helping me at ShopRite that I don't feel okay and I'm pregnant and I just saw blood. And she said to me, you know what? You need to call someone. Who are you with? And I said, no, I'm alone. I'm driving alone. Then I called my sister. My sister said, please come and pick me up. And I called my husband. My husband said, I'm in Pretoria right now. I'm in a meeting, but I'll try to come there. Just go get your sister and go to the doctor and tell me where you are. Then I'll find you there. I went back home. I got my sister and we drove to the doctor. It was a silent drive because I'm thinking now. And my sister and I were very excited about this. This is the first child that I'm going to get in marriage. And secondly, my son is 14 years old. So everyone was excited that I'm pregnant. The kids knew that I'm pregnant. They were also excited that they are going to have siblings. Yeah, so again, when I got to the doctor checked me. We waited for our turn. We went inside. They put that lotion, and he started checking. And from his face, you could see that he's worried. And he said to me, how far along are you? And I told him. He said, I'm sorry. I won't forget those words. It was the 9th of August 2014. It was Women's Day. And he said to me, I'm sorry, but I can't hear the heartbeat. There's no sign of life here. He said, I would say get a second opinion, because I started crying immediately. My sister joined me and we were crying. And just as we were crying, my husband came in because she was communicating with my sister. And I just cried. You could see that he's relieved. Remember, he wasn't happy that I was pregnant. And now, hearing these news that I've lost the child, or I might have lost the child, he was relieved. And it was the most painful sight to see that this person that you are married to and you are planning to share a future with, they are happy that you've lost a child. So I was sent to the hospital. When I got there, they did a pregnancy test. It came out positive, and they said to me, yes, it does this even though you are losing a child or you have lost the child. We are not sure. We will be doing tests, and you need to get clothes, and you are going to spend the weekend here. I don't remember. I think I went home or I stayed for the weekend. Yeah, I think it was a Friday. And the doctors were only going to be available on a Monday. So I stayed there with him. He was cold. He kept on going out and coming in. He didn't show any sympathy. The only thing, or empathy, the only thing you could see that he's relieved. And it was so sad to watch that, because I thought this is the child that was going to glue us back together. This is the child that was going to save this marriage. So when the stress was too much, when I told Mama before I lost the child, Mama said, the new mom now from Faraday said, you need to stop stressing or else you're going to lose this child. And my fears came to pass. I lost the child. So that whole weekend, I was vomiting, I was cramping, I was crying. Yeah, it was in a public hospital care because we didn't have medical aid. So it was just pain, 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 pain. So he came to check me, asked me what I wanted, but his family didn't come to see me. None of them. Not the mother, not the sister, none. And yeah, that was also painful as well. So that silence, it spoke volumes. The kids were heartbroken, Gebona. They knew, they felt it, they cried, yeah, but there was nothing that we could do. So it wasn't just a miscarriage, it was also a dream burial. So yeah, and I was cleaned at the hospital. Yo, it's painful, guys. That thing's painful. You've lost a child, you are put in the same ward where other people have just given birth, and they are holding their children in their arms when you've just lost yours. You are going to the bathroom, you are cleaning yourself. Some kids, some moms have lost their children. There's after full term, and some of the milk is coming out. Yo, it's just terrible, just terrible. So I had gone through that. So again, what happened next? I was told to go to a clinic to do a pap smear, because now they were not sure with what is going on. And when I got there, I told them I was bleeding, and they offered something else. They said we're going to do a series of tests, and we will talk about this in the next episode. So yeah, that's how I lost the child. That child right now would be around 10 years, 11. That child was going to turn 11. So my daughter, who's 8 years now, is a rainbow baby. It's a baby that was born after I'd lost that one. So it was not a nice experience. It was painful. So again, this is what I want to talk about before we go to our next teaser. There isn't a teaser today. We'll just let the Spirit of God lead us to the next topic, but we are going to talk about something else. So again, the red flag moment was when he was relieved. I should have known, but common sense wasn't common that day. I thought the baby would save us, and the baby never stood a chance. I lost the baby at 12 weeks. So what happened next? Yeah, yes, it's the going to the clinic. So I've got 5 reflective questions for me, and I also got questions for you. I'm gonna answer the first five. When did I start to feel like I was carrying this pregnancy alone? When I wasn't asked about the baby or how I was feeling, it was just business as usual. I told him that I'm pregnant, but afterwards he was not really interested. And number two, did I ever really believe the baby would fix the marriage, or I was trying to fix myself? Maybe both, because after losing the child, the only thing I could think is that, we must try again. I wanted to try again as soon as possible. And number three, how did the hospital experience make me feel about being a black woman in a public health system? It's painful because if to be cleaned, you can feel everything that they're doing, everything that they're pulling in. So you get an injection for the pains, but it wears off because you are coming line by line. So if it's the 15 of you or 10 of you, they inject all of you, then go and start with number one and clean number one. The injection has worn off a long time ago. If you've ever extracted a tooth in a public hospital, that's how it felt. The only difference is that this was a child. So, what did his coldness teach me about love? I could feel, literally feel that I'm laying on his chest, but it's cold. It was terrible. I just wish that, because I would cry at night, because I'd lost the child, but I didn't get the support no words of encouragement. He just took me and lay me here. Who knows, maybe he was ill or what, I don't know. But his chest felt cold. And what did I lose when I lost that child, beyond just physical? I lost hope in the marriage because I thought that child would save us. So here are 5 questions for you at home as we close this episode. Have you ever pinned your hope on something or someone that ended up breaking your heart? Number 2, do you believe a baby can save a relationship? Number 3, have you ever felt unsupported in your grief? Number 4, if you've experienced a miscarriage, what helped you begin to heal? Number 5, what would you tell your past self about the pain you are feeling now? Mina, looking back, a child is a child. They didn't ask to come to the world. It doesn't matter who their dad is. Sometimes I would say to myself, it's a good thing. Sometimes I would say, I love that child. I was looking forward to raising that child. Yeah, that's how grief is. So this story wasn't easy for me to tell. I know I'm not the only one who's lost a child. And if this episode has stirred something in you, please drop a comment. Let's talk. Let's hold each other. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? This is our safe space. And I will see you in the next one where we talk about what happened after I lost the child. With that being said, enjoy your weekend. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one. I'm hoping we'll get to 100 soon, but that won't happen if you don't share. So please watch, share, and hit that notification button. With that being said, I love you. God bless. See you in the next one. Enjoy your weekend. Ne? It's cold. Be warm.